Welcome back, everybody, to Stardew Valley here on Fantasy Farm. Spirits are very happy today. Last episode, admittedly, other than the night market, not too terribly much was going on, but I do have bigger plans for this episode, so I am curious to see how all that will go down. First and foremost, though, we've got our routine for the day, including the jellies. So, after I pluck all these and grab the nearby things to take care of those, we'll kind of look at where things are and make our decisions from there on what specifically we're doing for today, at the very least before the night market comes up, because I do want to go check that out, see if there's anything worthwhile in there. But once that part has come and gone, we'll kind of, or before it has come and gone, we'll figure out what we're doing. So, I will see you guys at the end of the routine. I'm going to swap out the blueberry jellies for regular blueberries again, so I will see you guys once all that is done. Alright, we are back, and here's what we're dropping off. The jellies, and then of course our usual stuff up here. The geode that was broken, I just took that out and swapped it out for another one. The snow yams that I just dug up while I was happening to walk around the farm. The cheese, and then the algae was given to me by a certain kitty cat. So that is everything on that front. I'll drink some coffee so we have a bit of a speed up here, and I think I'm also going to provide a carrot for my horse so we can really truly get moving around here. So, couple things I want to do. First and foremost, I've gone back and forth on this for a little bit, but ultimately I think now is a good enough time as any to go ahead and do it. So I am going to go ahead and pull that trigger. And that is saying hi to Alex. No, that is up here. I want to go ahead and make the remaining house renovations. I want to do them all. I'm going to open the bedroom. As much as I really don't like that, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to add the corner room over here. If it will let me. Remove all items from the renovation area. Well, I can't do that because you're not going to let me do that, I guess. Add the dining room over here. Okay, so apparently I just need to remove everything then. What else? Add the attic. Oh, that one I can actually add. Good, good. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do all those, but apparently first I have to go and remove all my articles that I've slowly amassed. But I don't know if I'm going to make the entire day redecorating the house. I don't even know if I'm going to make any of the day redecorating the house, but I do want to go ahead and do this. I want to go ahead and have the full effect of the house done in that regard. Let's go ahead and put this in here. I can go away. Nope, not those. I'm starting to run decently low on blueberries, so I might at some point switch over to cranberries since I got way more of those, but we'll see. Alright, let's just remove a bunch of this. I don't know how much of it's gonna force me to get rid of, but I guess we'll figure that out at some point. I'll just move the Christmas tree in here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like having that open personally, but it's fine. I might have to move the torch as well, potentially. Move it over here for now, I guess. Again, we'll kind of end up redoing a lot of this, so hopefully that was everything I needed there. And that's all of the geodes minus the omnis, which I don't want to do that too. So now I think we're actually good to get those upgrades taken care of. Hopefully there wasn't anything I missed there. This kind of goes back to it's weird that Robin can, like, do all of this amazing stuff, but she can't be like, oh, there's a painting on the wall, let me just remove that and put it over here, or put it in a chest or something. But whatever. There we go. And then dining room. lastly... Oh, no, there's actually two things. Expand corner room. Extends the corner room, adding a large new area. Good lord. Open dining room. Anything else? Nope, that is it. That was like half of our income, but it is done now, so I don't really think... I think now it's just down to like farm buildings and stuff if I decide to do any of these. We've done everything except the well. I've already talked about why that's pointless. We haven't done the mill. Allows you to mill wheat, beets, and rice. We might do that at some point. The pet bowl we don't really need to do unless we get another pet. The slime hutch we might do at some point. Raise up to 20 slimes, fill water troughs and slimes will create slime balls. You can make another shipping bin if you want. Yeah, I think today's gonna be a... We'll figure out what to do with the house type of day. I'm kind of thinking about doubling down on areas of, like, might make multiple rooms the sort of watery room, multiple rooms the space rooms. I'm kind of leaning towards that, because I feel like even though I expanded some of the rooms, I also shrank some of the rooms by, you know, taking out walls and stuff. So, I think I will meet you guys back at 5 or whenever the night market opens, and we'll go over there. But until that happens, I'm going to kind of figure out what exactly I want to do with the stuff that I've got. So I'm going to slowly start on the left, and can I not... Okay, there was about to say. Surely I should be able to pick that up. And I'm going to kind of just mess around over here, so I'll keep it a little bit off screen, so you can't quite see what I'm doing, but at some point... I will unveil what exactly I've decided on. So I will see you guys when I'm back outside, probably. Alright, we are back. I didn't even remotely get close to finishing that one room, let alone the entire house, but I've got a little bit of an idea of what I'm doing over there now. I think I need to end up getting more, like, furniture-based stuff, catalogs and the like, things that let me do more furniture rather than just the wallpaper and the flooring, but that is another job for another day. But the furniture, you know, helps fill out the room instead of them feeling all empty and whatnot. In the meantime, though, sure, I'll take that painting. I think this could come in handy for a sort of earthy-themed room if I decide to do that at any point. Sure, I'll grab that. I don't really think I'm going to use that one, but I might at some point. And over here, stone owl log section. The piano would be nice, but that is a lot of money, and I've already spent a lot of money today, so I think I'm going to pass on that one ultimately. I'll just take my free coffee and be on my way. Received a coffee. Yeah, with that, I think I'm gonna go back and work on the decorations a little bit more. At the very least, try to get more of the wallpapers and stuff more nailed down for what I want to do. We could check the raccoons real quick and see if there's... I guess we could grab these and plant them. We could check with the raccoons real quick and see if there's anything in particular that they need, but I think they're probably still... No, they're not. Winter root juice and pickled snow yam. I'm going to write that down. Winter root juice, pickled snow yam. And those we are going to do right now. We've got the fairy dust. I want to just get this knocked out. Let's go ahead and get it taken care of. That was very well timed. So we'll pickle that, and then the winter root juice is the other one we need. So, let's grab our handy-dandy fairy dust, sprinkle this on these, and there you go, the product is done, just like that. So we're going to put those away. I'm going to plant these so I don't accidentally use them. Make sure I get this right. So this needs to be pickled. And this needs to be juiced. Good news, they're done! You can see how this would definitely come in handy, but it could also very easily, you could get out of hand and use too much of that valuable product, but This I just didn't want to wait on anymore. So, I'm not going to. I'm just going to straight up get it done. Hello. Yeah, you've got 6 raccoons here, so this might be the last quest we need for you. If not, it's probably the penultimate one. But let's see. 25 powder melon seeds. Well, I guess I'm going to have to go plant those now, aren't I? Normally you get those for pine cones. You could trade these. Those aren't bad. Magic rock candy. Ooh, that's... You know what? Those are honestly fair trades. I was talking about I don't really care about the mystery boxes anymore. You could trade 3 regular ones for a golden one and 20 golden ones for a magic rock candy, which is very good. So, yeah, that actually seems very worth it. Clint, I hate to tell you this, my guy. I think the one thing you had going for you that you could actually do might now no longer be necessary. Rest in peace. That's actually pretty funny, though. Yeah, I had no idea about that. I know I had helped the raccoons at some point before in a previous file, but I don't remember any of that in particular, which is a bit odd, unless, like, more quests have been added and stuff. Because I remember getting the achievement for, like, oh, help the raccoon family for the actual game, but not the Steam one, so maybe that's been changed or updated or something like that. Not actually fully sure. Either way, we're going to get it done here, because I do want to try to get every achievement in-game. Maybe not necessarily the Steam ones, but at the very least, all of those taken care of. Right, again, I'm going to hop in here and not let you guys see exactly what I'm doing indoors just yet. You'll catch bits and pieces of it, but I'm going to intentionally stick to rooms that you can't easily see when I'm walking out during the day as well. So, for now, I will see you guys at the end of the day. Oh boy, I do not like how the actual bedroom looks right now, but again, I'm going to adjust it accordingly to make it look a lot better, because right now I'm not a big fan. I think what I might end up doing is making a quote-unquote secret book stair, or bookcase stairs, i.e. I would probably block off some of the staircase pathways and just have one entrance into those rooms by just blocking them off with bookcases. I think that's probably what I'll end up doing. Alright, let's unveil it real quick. I want to show off what I've done thus far. And bear in mind, it's not done. So if it looks like crap, I know. It's not done. It's not done. So, yes, this has remained largely unchanged. This wall's been taken out. What I've done is I've turned this cubby into like a little retro-style area. I used the chair that I just bought, some retro cushions. This is the bonsai plant from ages ago, bookcase, light. And then I used the table that was up here, removed the trophy. I took down the squid picture, and I put it in here for the time being, and everything else I've kept the same. Over here, you can ignore these won't be here later. This is what I've done over here, and I actually really like this. I love how this looks. I think this guy's a bit out of place, so I think I'm going to take him out and put something in its place, but this is more of a space sci-fi / reading room, and I love it. I don't like the open wall here, so I sort of used a giant table that I had and put that there as sort of a barrier, and I would like to get another table here as well, in fact. So I think we'll probably do that if I can find one that I like. But I don't really have a lot to work with, because this is the only catalog I've got that has, like, stools and couches and stuff. So everything else has to be done either with what I have or I need to find it. So, yeah, little bit of a waiting game there, I think. There's not really that much else I want to do right this second. But I do want to add more later on. I want to, you know, like, kind of move, like, I would move the fireplace and stuff like that. Again, I would just hide this. I don't like this entrance right here. I would move the beds, personally. I would do something like this, I would take the beds and move them up here. Be like here and here, which it's not letting me do. Can we go here and here? And then I would just have this be the only way to get up to this area right here, personally. So I will figure that out at some point in time, just not right now. So, with that said, spirits are neutral today. Our boost is Fangs, which is probably not going to be too terribly much help. they're still going. And yeah, I might have to dig into more of the catalogs, honestly. I might also see if I can get the one from Pierre's, or not Pierre's, but I might just quickly do a bit of research and see what other catalogs I can pick up, because I would like to be able to get more things overall. Delta, I'd like to give you some information about an upcoming event, the Feast of the Winter Star. We've talked about this. Our secret friend this year is Gus. Wasn't it Gus last year? I mean, I'm not complaining. I'll bring him a nice, fresh, juicy orange, and he will appreciate that. But, yeah, I'm going to do routine first, and after routine is done, I'm going to do a little bit of that research, like I mentioned, to see what other sort of things I can get to where I can get more options for bookcases and chairs and stuff like that. So once routine is done, I will meet you guys back here for what we're doing for the day, which I do actually have a bit of a plan for at least one thing I want to do. So we'll see what that is. Alright, we are back, and here is specifically what I am doing. I'm going to sell off our usual stuff here. We're also going to take a very quick cut, and I'm going to grab something out of my inventory. And, you know what? No. Let's go ahead and spoil it. This is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to give this to Sebastian today. The 21st or 21 is one of my lucky numbers, so that would make the wedding happen on the 21st. I did know that I wanted to do it by the end of year 2. I had a pretty good idea of the fact I was going to choose Sebastian for who I was going to romance. I wanted to leave it intentionally vague, just so you could be like, oh, well, it could be literally anybody. But I did know I, at the very least, wanted to get him married by the end of year 2, or whoever I was going to choose married. Just learn how to cook. That would be useful. Well, you may not need to anytime soon. I accept. I'll set everything up. We'll have the ceremony in 3 days, okay? In a couple days, I'm going to be living on a farm. I can't believe it. I'm happy, though. And the question is, do any of the other characters mention this? I know Demetrius sadly he never mentioned Sebastian in any of his dialogue. But, nope, doesn't look like they've realized yet. But I'm sure they will in time. So yes, that is underway. I don't know if it'll change on this end just yet. Nope, not yet. But it will change to husband once that marriage ceremony is done. For now, though, I did say I was going to do that research on if what was available in terms of catalogs and the like. And I did not do that. That was totally my bad. So we're going to take another jump cut, and I'm going to see if there are any possible options for me there. So I will be right back. Alright, we are back, and stupidly enough, guess what? It was at the place I was just at. There is another furniture catalog I had access to today, so let's grab that real quick, because I think she closes early on Thursdays. I know it's going to cost me a lot of money, yet again, but I want to buy it. The furniture catalog provides unlimited access to almost every furniture item from the convenience of your home. I'm going to do it. There's not really anything else I want here. I kind of like the bed I've got, personally, and that might also be included in the furniture catalog itself, in which case I don't want to waste any of that. So yeah, we are spending a lot of money here, but this is part of the reason I wanted to make it look all nice and pretty, is having Sebastian actually living with us is to make it, you know, you want to have your farm actually look a little bit presentable. It doesn't do anything to the actual bachelor, bachelorette, husband, wife, etc. But I wanted to have it look nice so that when he actually came to visit and was like, wow, you've really changed this place. I know that he actually doesn't do that in-game, but I wanted it to be special in that regard. So, I'm going to get more of the house sorted the way I want. And we'll see you guys whenever that is all taken care of. I've got a lot more options now, which is very good. That is a picture. There's a fair few interesting ones here. Ooh, I do like that. But yes, I will see you guys when that is all said and done. Alright, we are back, and I am going to apologize in advance for the fact that it was a ton of cutting in the video, but again, this was more of an aesthetic day, and I wanted to show it off, because, like, this is a part of the game that I kind of just ignored because of, well, lack of funds and other stuff going on, but I do want to show what I've got here, And again, this is not a finalized product, but it definitely looks better than it was, like, by a country mile. So we've got sort of a spaceship themed going on here. I've got these two tables set up with lanterns. Have a different table set up with food here. Kind of went with a bluish, crystal-esque color, and then have our more modern area over here. Have the purple floor in the little cubby hole. I'm having to be careful because I've got limited time here, so I'll be able to show it off in the morning as well. But I wanted you to be able to see it at night, too, before I continued on. I've not messed with the top area at all yet, so for the record, that is unchanged. You'll also notice that, hey, weren't you dinking around all day? How did you make that much money? This is why. The Starfruit wine. I also did double down on the mayonnaise and stuff to add as well, because I knew we just spent a lot of money on stuff like that, and I wanted to get some of it back. And I did, so if I do more decorating, which is entirely possible that I will do that the next day as well, I will occasionally just pop out and keep an eye on that, because I don't want to completely, mess things up there. So yeah, this is what it looks like during the day. I ended up putting a bookshelf here. I might take this down. This was a last-minute change. This is still here so that I can see when the jellies are done, and I'm not fully set on where I'm going to put that either. I only just barely started this one. And sadly, the terrarium, you can't right-click. You can hear me like right-clicking, but you can't make it face a side wall. It has to face a back wall. And some things are like that, whereas with other ones like this couch, for example, you can rotate it around. So yeah, it's a little annoying, and I think I'm actually going to put the calendar over here. Easier to keep track of that way, and maybe I'll put something there in its place. It doesn't matter because I'm going to reset the day anyway. So this is what it looks like during the day at the very least. I'm decently confident in this area. I might swap this out for something else. I don't know. I love how the cubby looks. I'm almost assuredly going to leave it like this, and I love when the light's on at nighttime. I put the coffee machine a little bit farther over here. I kind of want to move the plant as well, but I'm undecided. I'd rather it be about here or here, personally, right when I walk out the door. So yeah, this is what this looks like during the daytime. Still looks like a kitchen. You've got an area that actually has food. This is, again, more of a divider wall type of thing. But I do like how it looks as well. I just wish you could put more than one thing on those larger tables. These, by the way, the crystal and the lanterns, if you picked different starting farms, you might have seen these. These are now available with that catalog, so you're not locked out of getting those. And then during the day, this is what this area looks like, which I'm also very proud of. I love how this one looks. I might change the actual table. I think the globe fits a space theme, because, it is still the world, even if it's a little bit more earthy. But yeah, I might change out the table for that. So this is what we're looking at thus far. Again, I have not changed anything up here. This was all stuff that was here before, so I'll rotate this out. I'll probably put another bookcase here to just fully hide that staircase, as I don't want to see that. Of course, this is a brand new room, so it has nothing in it. So yeah, we'll kind of play that by ear. I might change the fireplace as well, and I have a decent idea what I want to do up here, but I have not touched this, so this is what we're looking at thus far. I'm happy with the progress, but I know that there is quite a bit of progress to go, and I want to try to get it done before the wedding, because if you look on the calendar now, you can actually see Delta and Sebastian's wedding. It'll be anniversary in following years, but that is basically what we're looking at. Thank you all very much for watching and putting up with my stupid crap of trying to make this place look a little bit more cool. Hopefully it looks okay. There's still a ways to go on it, so if you're thinking like, wow, those look incomplete, pretty much the only one I'm fully set on keeping the way it is this room over here. I think that one turned out really good. I even put the sewing machine in there, which somehow fits. I think it's just because it's a dark color, but it fits, and I like it, so this is what we're looking at thus far. Regardless, that is all for this episode, and I will see you all in the next one, when we've got our traveling merchant, we've got the ability to fish in the night market now, because the night market's over with, so hopefully that means that I'll actually be able to catch everything for biome balance if I decide to do that. And other than that, yeah, a little bit more decor, and hopefully we'll stick around on the farm and keep making money to pay off the exorbitant amount of money I just used to buy the catalogs and what have you. Until then, I will see you all in the next one. Later.